Greetings, my name is Tim Johnson. This is Recovery, Strength, Hope and Courage. This is just a really short video to remind you this year to be present for the presents. It's what I said in my last video. Sort of a play on words, but one that really rings true with me because I've never been really present for the presents before in my life for many, many Christmases. Just remember that, as I've said in the title of this video, what you resist will persist. It will carry on. You know yourself that Christmas is a really, really stressful time. It's a time you've used in the past probably for excuses to drink or take drugs or whatever. It's a very, very stressful time. We all know that. We all know that it's a struggle for money, to buy presents, to get the food together, to have relatives round, family arguments, family resentments, stress and pressure of cooking the meal. Just generally, Christmas is an extremely hard time for everyone, but particularly those mums out there that are doing the cooking and I'm usually organising the presents and everything as well. So, you know, I understand the stress of it, and it used to be an extremely stressful time for me as well because obviously being in the catering industry, it was our busiest time of the year, in as much as people paid a lot of money for food, the pressure was intense. And all these things added up to convince me that I'd earn to drink, and I'd always turn to the drink anyway as a form of coping with this, what I perceived as this stress and this pressure and whatever, you know, I would deal with it that way. Now the thing is, you know yourself in your heart of hearts. It doesn't take one of these videos from me to tell you that it's just going to make it worse. You know, you having that drink you know where it's going to lead, which is what I talked about letting go in the last video. You have to let go of these old habits. Don't forget habits. You know, it's like being in jail, but you've got the key, because you can break these habits. You can break these cycles that you probably used to cope with every single Christmas in the past. And the thing is, you know, it doesn't take a second when you feel, you know, when these urges and this stress is coming on. It's all about dealing with these cortisol levels and this stress that takes us to this place where we think we need to cope with a drink, whether it be as a reward to relax at the end of a hard day, whether it be to cope after an argument or an upset, or to cope with just generally the intenseness of Christmas and the stress of Christmas and the family and all the rest of it. But it doesn't work. It just makes things 100 times worse. And that fleeting, and yes, it would make you feel absolutely fantastic to have that drink, and it will unwind you for those few minutes until that self-loathing and that regret and that feeling will overwhelm you once again and take you back down the same road 100 times worse, and you'll need more to keep coping and more, and before you know it, you've lost it and you've lost track with everything, and you're not present for the presents, and your family's looking at you with disgust. Think of your children, think of your family, think of yourself. Enjoy this Christmas for what it's supposed to be, and just relax and do what I do when I'm feeling stressed now. I mean, I use the Wim Hof method. Look back at my other videos, but just generally deep breathing, just recognizing when these moments of stress come, and just sitting down for 5 minutes and taking 10 deep breaths with your eyes closed, if you're not into meditation and these sort of things, will lower that cortisol level, will help you think clearly, count to 10. And just think about what you're doing. Don't pick up the drink and the drugs. Don't ruin your Christmas, because it will escalate out of control. Let go of old habits. Don't forget, old habits, it's a prison. Old habit is a prison, bad habits in particular, that you've got the key to, and you can unlock it by just letting go, like I said in the last video. And if you resist, it will persist, as I say. Anyhow, carpe diem. Much love to you. Be present for the presents this Christmas. Much love. Just think before you do something that you may regret. Much love to you. Carpe diem. See you next time.